Someone recently posted online that today's fragrance is a better, less expensive version of Spice Bomb Extreme. Are they right with their comparison? Stay tuned to find out. Alright, so today's video is going to be another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This fragrance is also a possible candidate for a cheap but good fragrance from the house of Zadig and Voltaire. We have Just Rock. So Just Rock from the house of Zadig and Voltaire is a men's oriental woody fragrance released in 2017. The noses behind this fragrance are Natalie Larson and Aurélien Gauchard, and it is an eau de toilette concentration. Alright, let's check out the presentation. Alright, so here's the box for Just Rock. We do have a nice, the majority of the box is black, but the front of it's kind of gray. Almost kind of looks like a, I don't know, like a wall, kind of like a concrete wall here in the background. We do have a black lightning bolt with the gold lettering here for the name and for the information here. A little bit of information on the back, but other than that, not too much going on with this box. Let's check out the bottle. Alright, so here's the bottle for Just Rock. We do have a glass matte black bottle. I really do like this bottle. It's very nice and heavy, has that frosty finish on it. We do have the name of the house here in gold letters, a little tilted so you guys can see that. Gold letters here with the name of the house, Zadig and Voltaire, with the name of the fragrance as well. We do have a plastic heavy cap here. It does have a rubberized black matte finish on there. It does say Z and V here on top of the cap. You know, really nice bottle here. It looks like it has a design almost like, sort of like I mentioned on the box of the concrete wall. Sort of looks like broken concrete here. It's kind of at an angle. Cool looking bottle. This is a 50 ml bottle. I did find this for $35. Alright, so here are the notes for Just Rock. In the top we have amber and tonka bean. In the mid we have frankincense and vanilla. And in the base we round things off with patchouli and spicy notes. Yes, I don't know much about the designer house of Zadig and Voltaire. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, guys. You guys always let me know in the comments if I am or not. But yeah, I've never heard of this brand before, and definitely didn't know they made fragrances. It wasn't until just the other day that someone online had mentioned that this is a better, less expensive version of a Spice Bomb Extreme. And you guys know how I love finding cheaper alternatives of fragrances, unless they're just way better. But I mean, they don't have the same notes. There's no tobacco in this. They do share a couple of notes here and there. I believe the vanilla and some of the spice notes and whatnot. But overall, it does sound like this might be its own composition. But we'll see. And I went online and read a little bit up on it, and a lot of people were really talking this one up. So I don't know how this one kind of slipped past the radar, but hey, this is what I'm here for. I love finding new fragrances that are under the radar, little hidden gems that no one's ever heard of. Love to shed some light on them, and hopefully I can save you guys a few dollars. Like I mentioned, this is a 50 ml bottle for $35. I think I got this off Fragrance X. This is not a sponsorship, and I think they had like some sort of coupon for free shipping or something or other, but I did get this for $35, which is a good price for most fragrances. I do believe $35 is my cutoff for cheap, a good fragrance. Again, if this is any good, and if it's as good as what I read online, this should be a steal at $35. So let's give this fragrance a first impression. All right, here we go. Clean hand. Pop the cap. A couple sprays. Ooh, good sprayer. Okay. Immediately not as strong as I thought it was going to be. But that's not saying much. I'm just saying, like, it seems really light right now, but it's starting to kind of open up. Not getting the Spice Bomb comparison just yet. Spice Bomb is very sweet, very tobacco-y, very sexy. Yeah, this one starts off very light, but it's starting to open up, like I said a second ago. Definitely getting the vanilla, getting the spices, getting the amber and the tonka bean. This one's very warm and spicy and sweet. The patchouli's in there. Like, all the notes are definitely showing up right now. Yeah, this is very spicy. I'm trying to think of what the notes that I'm getting the most right now is the vanilla, a little bit of that frankincense for some smokiness, a lot of the spices, but this is more vanillic. Kind of want to compare this vanilla note, because the vanilla is very prominent in this fragrance, kind of want to say this vanilla reminds me of, it's like a boozy vanilla. Maybe the vanilla that's in Herod, or maybe the boozy vanilla that's in like Spiritus Double Vanille, but this doesn't smell like those. I'm just saying that thick, heavy vanilla, boozy vanilla. Yeah, not a bad fragrance. Definitely not getting the Spice Bomb Extreme comparison. Definitely not getting that sort of performance. Because Spice Bomb Extreme, you spray it on your hand, you know it's there. It's an immediate presence on your hand. This seems a little lighter, a little airier. I do like this boozy vanilla though. Right now it's all boozy vanilla with spice notes and some patchouli sort of peeking its head in there. The tonka bean works well with the vanilla note because it does have a bit of a nuttiness, a bit of a gourmandness. That's taking away from just the vanilla. Yeah, not a bad fragrance. Again, kind of feel bad. I kind of let in with the Spice Bomb Extreme, but I was just being very transparent. That is what I heard about this fragrance. But right now I'm not really getting that. Maybe if they added some heavier notes, maybe added some tobacco or something in this. Yeah, right now this fragrance isn't super strong. It could just be, you know, a bad first impression. Who knows? But I can tell there's something here. Like the way it kind of wafts off my hand, it's nice. It's nice and sexy. The boozy vanilla, I'm telling you right now, is probably going to be the longest lasting note in this fragrance because this boozy vanilla is hanging on, and it just seems to be the sort of the mainstay of all the fragrance notes that I'm getting in this fragrance. There's something in this sharp. I believe it's just a spiciness, but it's very spicy, very sharp. But I can see how this is a masculine fragrance and not unisex. Yeah. So really not much I can say about this fragrance besides what I've already kind of said. It's not really changing too much. It's not really going in any certain direction. Boozy vanilla, spicy notes, tonka bean, a little bit of amber in there to give it a bit of that amber absolute, sort of animalic amber, slight touch of that. And spicy notes with that patchouli, so those kind of go hand in hand. Patchouli already kind of has like a earthy dirtiness to it. Probably goes really well with the spicy notes. Changing a little bit right now, but not straying too far away from the opening. So looking forward to trying this one. It's going to be cool the next couple of days. So this will be probably really good fall weather to wear this fragrance and give it a good feel. And, you know, give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. Alright guys, well I'm back with my update for Just Rock from the house of Zadig and Voltaire. Yeah, so I spent the last couple of days with this fragrance. I gotta say, I do like this fragrance. It was really nice. I will start by saying though that we need to reset from the first half of the video because this fragrance does not smell anything like Spice Bomb Extreme. Not even a little. Honestly, I guess they share maybe vanilla and some spices, but overall they don't smell anything alike. I think maybe the guy just meant that it's probably going to take Spice Bomb Extreme's place in his collection. You know, this one will take place over that one, possibly. But who knows? We all have different noses. Maybe I'm not getting something that he's getting. But to my nose, this smelled nothing like Spice Bomb Extreme. So that's a bit of good news for you guys out there if you were worried about not being able to try this one because, you know, you already own Spice Bomb Extreme. This one is very different. And like I mentioned in the first half of the video, starts off very sweet with that vanilla, the tonka bean, and the amber give it a bit of a warm, spicy, gourmand type of feel. The patchouli and the spicy notes, more of the spicy notes than the patchouli. The patchouli's in there, but the spicy notes are very strong in this fragrance. It's very, very spicy. There's almost like some, almost like chili powder or like some cumin or something that gives it a real, like, almost, just when I smell it, it makes me think of like brown powder spices or maybe some red powder spices. Not really sure which exact spices those are, but to my nose, that's what they smell like. But when you mix it with that frankincense and that vanilla, it's very, very sweet, very smoky, and very spicy. Nice fragrance, guys. I will say this is probably niche quality juice in a designer bottle. And if you guys remember the two noses, Natalie Larson and Aurélien Gouchard, they are both really popular and famous, I guess, to some people anyway, noses in the fragrance community, and they know what they're doing. And this fragrance is niche quality, in my opinion. It's got a simple set of notes here, but it really does a lot of good things, and really happy I got my nose on it. Longevity for this fragrance was really, really good, considering it is an EDT and it's only $35 for a 50 ml. I got 8+ hours with this fragrance every single time I wore it for a $35 fragrance. That's really good. Projection for this fragrance, just like the longevity for the price and for the fact that it is an EDT, I got above average projection with this fragrance. The first 2 hours, like most fragrances, are going to be the strongest, but this one is a little bit stronger than most EDTs on the market. Like I mentioned in the first half of the video, that vanilla is very strong in this, and the vanilla is the dominant note in this fragrance throughout the entire life of it. So when I smelled that smoky vanilla note, I knew that it was going to be sticking around for a while, and it really does. And again, it's not a beast performer, but it does project off my skin really good. I got wafts throughout the day. For an EDT, that's really good. Seasons for this fragrance, well, this fragrance is very sweet and spicy and gourmandy, very heavy as well. So if you guys haven't guessed already, it's definitely going to be fall and winter and early spring. Definitely the cooler months of the year for this fragrance. Occasions for this fragrance, well, this fragrance is very sweet and spicy and smoky and very heavy. So I definitely think evening events would be perfect for this fragrance. It's a very sexy fragrance as well, so I think it's be good for date night. Now, I did wear this fragrance to work, and I didn't get any complaints, but again, my office is a little different than most, but I got away with it, so if you go easy on the trigger, it might be safe for the office. I do think it's strong enough for the club. Most evening events can be perfect for this fragrance. Ages for this fragrance, well, while the younger guys can easily afford this fragrance, the patchouli and the spicy notes are going to make this one a bit mature. It's not really sure if the younger guys can really pull that off, or they probably just might be a little intimidated by that, probably say it smells like old man. But I do think 25 and up can easily pull this fragrance off, because 25 and up can easily understand what those mature notes are doing and how they come off, and won't be as off-putting to a 25-year-old nose as opposed to the younger guys. So I think 25 and up would be a perfect age range for this fragrance. So overall, I do really like this fragrance, and I do think it is considered a cheap but good fragrance. Like I mentioned in the first half of the video, I'm going to mark off the price line for cheap but good fragrance at 35 bucks, and this is $35 for a 50 ml. And I do think it's well worth the $35 price tag for this fragrance. You're getting niche quality juice in a designer bottle. Now, it doesn't smell like Spice Bomb Extreme. Like I said, it's probably good news, because if you guys own that one, that means you can probably get this one, not have to worry about buying the same fragrance. I was a little relieved that it didn't smell like Spice Bomb Extreme, because I do own Spice Bomb Extreme, and I didn't want a clone or something else. Now, I guess it would have been cool to have a cheaper version of it. That way you don't have to spend the big bucks on the Spice Bomb Extreme, because that one is still pretty expensive. You don't really find that one discounted very much at the discounting sites. But this one kind of does its own thing. It's smoky and vanilla-y and sweet and spicy, gourmandy. Has a lot of nice characteristics that I like in a winter fragrance. The only fragrance I can really compare this one to is probably Vanilla Fatale from Tom Ford, just because it has that smoky, boozy vanilla. I mentioned in the first half of the video that I did get a boozy vanilla from this fragrance, kind of like Spiritus du Bleu Vanille. Now, before you guys jump in the comments and try to come after me, it doesn't smell like Spiritus du Bleu Vanille. It just has a similar type of boozy vanilla. So if you like boozy vanilla fragrances, or if you like fragrances that are similar to Vanilla Fatale, it's kind of smoky and gourmandy, you're going to like Just Rock. This is a nice fragrance for 35 bucks, guys. I will leave a link in the description below where you guys can find this one online. Try to find the cheapest price for you guys. But yeah, if you guys are looking for a nice, thick, heavy, sweet, gourmand, smoky, niche quality fragrance for the fall, upcoming fall and winter, you're going to want to try this fragrance, guys. I think it's going to be a nice addition to your fragrance collection. I'm glad I got my nose on it. There's a couple of others from the line, but I haven't really heard too much about those. I really just got the most positive feedback about this fragrance, and it always piques my interest when I can pull the trigger on a fragrance I've never tried before, and I can shed a little light on it for you guys, and hopefully get you guys a good fragrance in your collection. But yeah, so Just Rock from Zadig and Voltaire, I think it's a cheap but good fragrance. I think you guys should get your nose on it. Alright guys, so now it's your turn. Has anyone out there tried Just Rock from the house of Zadig and Voltaire? If you have, let me know your thoughts on this fragrance down in the comments below. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching another video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on notifications for future first impressions videos and fragrance-related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance-related photos and future contest winners. And as always, until the next video, you guys take care. Thanks.